Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be reacting to
Unpopular K-pop Opinions Cuz MHJ was found not guilty. Patricia, pass me the Xanax.
1. Minheejin was found not guilty of breach of trust. Hybe tried so hard to paint her as this evil backstabber who plotted to snatch Ador out from under them, filing criminal complaints, running audits, pushing for her firing and screaming corporate betrayal at every camera they could find. But when the actual investigators stepped in, they found zero criminal dirt, case closed, no prosecution, no charges, not because New Jean's stepmama was innocent, but because technically, under the law, scheming behind the scenes and plotting a power grab isn't a crime unless you actually pull it off. Minheejin played this whole circus like a pro. She waltzed into that police station for an 8-hour questioning like, please, let me explain, I've got time and receipts. She even called the accusations a comedy, which girl, bold of you, considering you were definitely out here trying to push Hybe's grip off Ador. And the court? Oh, they saw through the drama too. They literally said she was looking for ways to break free from Hybe's control and manage Ador solo, but hadn't actually crossed the line into action. That's why the court blocked Hybe from voting her out. Not because she's some misunderstood victim, but because firing her right then would have caused irreparable harm and there wasn't solid legal ground to do it yet. So where are we now? Minheejin just walked away from a year-long police investigation with a big fat not guilty stamp, but don't get it twisted, that doesn't mean she's innocent. It means they couldn't nail her on a criminal charge. There's a big legal difference here. Did she plot to shake off Hybe's control? Absolutely. Did she succeed in legally or financially stealing Ador or New Jeans? No. And under Korean law, intent without action isn't enough for prosecution. That's why the cops closed it. It's not a clean moral win. It's a technical dodge. Hybe, to their credit, caught her mid-scheme. That's why they fired her. They had enough internal proof to justify termination within the company. Contract violation for planning to break loyalty, but not enough to make her a criminal in the eyes of the law. That's why Minheejin sued them back for wrongful termination. She's banking on the fact that technically, she didn't break Ador's obligations, only Hybe's trust, and that's exactly why the
that
court
one is
cases are still hanging in.
resolved yet. If a wrongful termination.
I guess not. I don't know, but if
It's interesting we're getting bits and pieces.
because there's a lot of different lawsuits going on, so you kind of they go at different timelines. But it seems like if the courts already said that, oh, you weren't in process, but you didn't complete your mission, then I think Hybe will win that unlawful termination because she was trying some bullshit. She just got caught before she could do it.
Limbo. She protected Ador, yes, but was scheming against Hybe behind the scenes. That legal gray area is what's letting her survive this round. But here's the part people need to stop ignoring. Hybe isn't done. They're already filing an objection to the police decision because according to them, the police report didn't include all the new dirt. The lawsuits, the injunction rulings, the Kakao Talk messages, the civil suits, the entire circus that's been unfolding since the investigation first started. Hybe's betting that when you connect the dots between Minheejin's civil fights like the New Jeans-related cases and her alleged criminal misconduct, the story paints a much darker picture. And the surprise? The authorities have confirmed the Kakao Talk messages were legally obtained during the audit. That's huge. It means Hybe has admissible evidence that might actually hold up in court. Also, let's not ignore that all the lawsuits Minheejin side through at Hybe's execs got dismissed. No charges, no referrals, clean slate. So as it stands right now, Minheejin got off, but Hybe's people did too. Everyone's legally scratching each other's faces. But no one's drawing blood yet. Now let's talk stakes. This is not over. If Hybe manages to appeal and build a solid criminal complaint, especially using the statements judges already made about Minheejin's clear intent to cut Hybe out, she's not out of the woods. And if that happens, the fallout won't just hit Minheejin, New Jeans, and their families will get dragged straight back into the mud.
Any of the lawsuits that Minheejin is facing, if she wins, will it help benefit New Jeans? Like, for example, for her wrongful termination, can then New Jeans utilize this information, the results from that, to help their case?
I don't think so. I think the only one that would have helped New Jeans if she had one, that the Kakao Talk is inadmissible, because there's some Kakao Talk messages in New Jeans case. So I think by that precedent would be those messages inadmissible too, since she lost that one. The Kakao Talk is admissible in New Jeans case. I think the rest doesn't really concern New Jeans. I think it's more about her. So I doubt her winning any of the cases, if she was to win, would help New Jeans. These are kind of like separate entities at this point.
Why? Because Hybe will need to use every link between New Jeans and Minheejin's alleged power plays to make their case stick. It's messy, it's ugly, and yes, it's gonna hurt the girls, even though they're the ones stuck on indefinite hiatus, watching their careers burn in real time. And here's the coldest part. If Minheejin fully slithers out of this, she'll be free to launch a new group, a new project, or even hop to another company like none of this ever happened. Meanwhile, New Jeans, the girls who were publicly used as human shields in her corporate war, are left with reputations scorched, futures on pause, and probably debt looming from halted promotions and
I don't think so. I mean, obviously the debt, if they are in debt, will be there, but I think they can start in a new group and be fine. We see the idols start over new groups all the time. It's not their scandal is not.
Especially nowadays now.
Yeah, their scandal, and somebody will take a gamble on them for the simple fact that they do have a lot of followers. So I don't think they'll be like, obviously them as new jeans is gonna be finny, but you know them as
Why?
well because if they don't go back to Hype and Hype, doesn't want to deal with them.
Okay.
Yeah, but them if they somehow like wiggle out to a point where they can
I
join
would
new
see
groups.
that as sabotage. Like, why would you not go back if you're unable to work anywhere
Well, I
else?
would think they would go back, but who knows? But I'm just saying, I don't think their careers is ruined. They're young, 20-year-old girls. Their career, they have their whole lives ahead of them. They have huge fan bases. They can, I think, there would be at least some label willing to gamble on them. And if not in music, they can be influencers. They still have the fan base. They can go into acting where all this drama is not gonna follow them. It's
The drama is
it's
gonna follow them.
yeah, but they're still gonna like the thing is people take this as so seriously that this is life ending.
Did you
Like
see
it's not.
in 10 years past, the woman who was like in an escort, she no longer does that.
Who's the Japanese woman?
Yes.
Yeah, but she's fine. She's an influencer. She's making
Yes,
a
but
good
they
living.
still bring that up after 10
No,
years from
okay, but
now.
she's making a living. She's not on the
Not
street.
peacefully, not peacefully. They still give
Why?
her.
She's peacefully. She
No,
just
you're not
got dragged into
understanding.
the
It's not.
scandal.
You're not understanding what I'm saying. It's not like it's not gonna be. You're not gonna be not associated to that. They're always
Yes.
gonna draw back
That's
to
fair.
that or refer to that.
Yes, that's fair, but like I'm just saying, like the people, their lives is gonna go on. They'll be fine. Like this is not. The thing is, like anti New Jeans people, the New Jeans hater, the pro hype anti New Jeans, they think that oh my god, this is like life ending for everyone, like for mini Hijin, for New Jeans. It is not. It's really not that big. It's a civil matter. That's why I said once person is off the table, the civil matter. It's paperwork. Is all it is. Paperwork and money. Money you can discharge in a bankruptcy. Paperwork is yes, your name will have some sort of reputation to it, but that reputation is going to be offset with all the social media following you have, because as many haters you have,
Yeah,
that's
the
how
New
many
Jeans is
fans
one
do
of
you
the
have.
biggest groups. They're the numbers they were
Yeah,
doing
like, this
before
is-
all this.
Obviously they're not going to be the same as you. That yes, that's a fact, but their life is not
Even
over.
the styles that they were hinting at when they were trying to move forward as NJZ seem a little bit different from
Yeah,
New
like
Jeans.
whatever they want to do, they will be fine. They might not be the next Blackpink, which where they were, possibly coulda, shoulda, woulda, but they're not gonna be that. But will they have food on the table? Yes, they will be just fine.
Cancel contracts. It's actually devastating if you think about it. They rode or died for her, and she might walk off into her next headline while they're left holding the ashes. So no, this is not some Minheejin is vindicated moment. This is a woman who played Hybe hard, danced at the edge of legality, and is now sitting in her apartment sipping wine while everyone else picks up the pieces. It's not a win, it's a dodge. And depending on how hard Hybe pushes that appeal, the final chapter might hit a lot uglier than people are prepared for. 2. Hybe revealed the lineup for their upcoming survival show to debut Santos Bravos, their first Latin global group, and right off the bat,
Like even what's his fucking name? Kim Soo Hyun with Kim Se-ron. Remember the guy? Even his life is fine. Everything is back to normal. Everyone forgot about it. I haven't heard nothing in 3 months. And
Is his show on Disney playing?
no, but he's living his life. So and that what he was accused of is way more egregious than this.
Oh, I'm not too sure.
You know?
the name alone is a walking stereotype. Santos Bravos? Can it get any more cliche? Just mash two Spanish words together and call it a day. With all the rich Latin cultures, languages, and histories out there, this was the creative best they could come up with? Come on, the lineup has 16 boys.
I mean, K-pop group names never very good. So Santos Bravos, I mean, you know. I'm not a Spanish speaker, so I don't actually know the meaning behind it like that to be upset about it, but it's not the worst name they could come up, I feel like.
Is from Mexico, Colombia, Brazil, Venezuela, Argentina, Peru, Spain, and the US. Sounds diverse on paper, right? Except no, visually, they're all cut from the same TikTok thirst trap mold. Conventionally attractive, pale to light-skinned, and market tested to death. Hybe stays undefeated at failing the paper bag test. You have all these different nationalities, but somehow they all look like they were cast for an elite spin-off. The diversity isn't diversitying. And let's talk ages, ranging.
What's the issue? Visuals is always important in the industry. I don't.
I guess it's because there's not someone unique or not the standard. It's to pretty much it looks very cookie cutter or predictable if you went on the basic font.
I mean, but if that is the beauty standard in Latin America, they literally took the beauty standard and multiplied it by
Yeah.
16.
She's just stating the unpopular opinion.
from 25 down to 15. Yeah, 15. Why is a literal child standing next to grown men in a debut lineup? We all know the reason. Mid-puberty boys don't sell to the fanbase they're targeting, young adult women. But then why shove a kid like Kenneth into the mix? Next to the older guys, he looks like someone's little brother who wandered onto set. It reeks of industry greed. And fans also clocked Alex, who was a former member of Now United. If you aren't familiar with them, Simon Fuller, the mastermind behind the Spice Girls and American Idol, basically woke up one day and said, you know what's missing from pop? A group that's basically Eurovision on steroids. So Now United was born in 2017, a pop group with members from every corner of the planet. On paper, it sounded genius. Globalization, representation, diversity, inclusivity, they hit every PR buzzword known to mankind. But in practice, it was a logistical circus. You had 14 plus kids from Brazil.
Same old phone? Nah.
India, Senegal, USA, Germany, China, Russia, Mexico, Canada, Finland, Philippines, Japan, Korea, Australia, all trying to function as one group, but you can't run a cohesive band when half your members need visa appointments just to meet each other. They barely promoted in any one country consistently, couldn't tour properly because of member schedules and passport issues, and when they did perform, the focus was so scattered it felt like watching an extended Coca-Cola commercial. Members were leaving left and right,
they have
new ones
too many members. This maybe is similar again that they're doing.
But I thought they're gonna cut down the members, no? There's gonna be the whole 16
I
members
don't know.
gonna be part of the
I
group?
don't know how many people they're intending.
I thought the 60 members, they're gonna be in like a reality show, and then we're gonna cut down to like whatever the group is.
getting added, and it became nearly impossible to build a stable fandom, especially since they had no albums, only singles, painfully generic ones designed to be palatable in every market, which ironically made them bland everywhere. Over the years, they cycled through over 40 faces, with some being official members and others just glorified cameos. One of the members who left was Alex. If I remember right, he left on bad terms. The management basically erased him from existence, something they didn't do to other ex-members who
Why?
publicly called out behind-the-scenes mistreatment. So yeah, seeing Alex pop back up now is definitely interesting. This Latin group is just the first drop in HYBE's localization ocean.
has a good
China
team.
and India are next. HYBE's trying to franchise K-pop globally, stamping out local versions like McDonald's locations, and honestly, I'm not even mad at the ambition, but the execution so far feels like they're copy-pasting the K-pop idol template without adapting it meaningfully to the local cultures they claim to represent. Meanwhile, Big Hit's upcoming boy group is set
because they have like right now positive results with Cat's Eye. They want to see where else they can do this at and make money.
Yeah, I mean they're taking something that works, duplicate it into Korea. I'm tripping. Latin America. I don't really see a problem with it. If it fails, round 2 is gonna be adjustments. I mean that's how you make a successful group, right? Trial and error. I mean, Cat's Eye, it's not the first ever their group. They had other groups. I don't know. I don't really know what she wants them to do. Like, what do you do? Reggaeton is popular in Latin America. Maybe that should be the genre. If you don't go into reggaeton genre, if you do like K-pop type of music, maybe that's like a miss a little bit. I would try to go reggaeton route, but I did see that they're hiring Daddy Yankee or something, so that's like a king of reggaeton, so should be okay. I don't really have an issue with this group.
to debut in September, with the marketing push being that they're self-produced, involved in choreo, music, and concepts. And next year, Rookie of the Year is gonna be chaos. We've got Big Hit, Modhouse's Identity, Starship's I Did, SM's new boy group, Boys Planet 2, and if Wahwa re-debuts the ZB1 trainees post-disbandment, they'll be in the mix too. As for this year, All Day Project is the clear frontrunner. Even though their physical sales are low, their digital numbers are crushing everyone. Debut single at #1 across charts. Award shows love physicals. But when your digital dominance is that undeniable, it tilts the scales. As for the girl group category, Hearts 2 Hearts are leading the race. Kiki's in the conversation, sure, but Hearts 2 Hearts already had their first comeback, which boosted both sales and charts, while Kiki stalled by not dropping a follow-up. 3. Everglow are back.
Yeah,
Well,
I haven't
kinda.
heard from
They've
Kiki
announced
in
2
a long
concerts in
time.
Japan and a fan meet, but they're not using the name Everglow. They're going by Ever Forever for now. Why? Most likely because Wahwa still legally owns the group name, and these girls probably don't have the money or backing to buy those rights back. Remember, Yerin herself straight up said they haven't been paid in years, so the broke situation is very much public knowledge at this point. Now here's where it gets even stickier. Yerin won't be part of these events. Why? Because while the Korean members' contracts with Wahwa Korea ended last month, Yerin is Chinese and under Wahwa China, where contracts are notoriously brutal, often 10 years long. So unless a miracle happens, she's likely stuck until 2028, and that's 3 more years without pay if things don't change. As for Mia, she's skipping the fan meet for personal reasons, but did share the Japan concert announcement on her Instagram, so she's probably still in for that, which means the current lineup. For the fan meet is just EU, Siyun, Onda, and Aisha. It's basically Everglow Light, and even that's being run independently without a formal label. They're clearly testing the waters here. The ticket sales, fan turnout, and merch revenue will 100% determine
They
whether
keep
they can land a new
trying. They
Yeah,
don't give up.
yeah. All I can say is
That's
good
admirable.
job. Yeah, that's admirable. It is.
contract. Yes, there are rumors floating around about them negotiating with new agencies, but nothing signed yet. And frankly, unless they partner with a company, I don't see them clawing back the Everglow name or catalog from Yuehua. That's legal and financial mess they're not equipped to handle solo. On top of that, let's talk about the promo. That fan meet poster using AI? Girl, I get it, you're on a budget, but come on, you zoom in and the shadows between the legs are all over the place. The castle details are weirdly melted and the oversmoothed blending screams AI generated. As for
But
the
from
upcoming
far
concerts,
away, it looked
yes,
good.
Yuehua owns
Yeah, I don't have any problem with that.
their official
And if they don't have money, they don't have money to hire designers. That's what AI is for. AI is for people that can afford to hire the designers. So it's an issue when big labels do it because they can't afford it. But when they just
But even when the
scrapping.
even when the big labels do it, they're not this critical for it.
Yeah, I don't honestly. I have no issues with if even if they did use AI there, because I don't really think AI looks just CGI to me. I don't know what's about it AI, but okay.
discography, but they can still perform the songs live under performance licenses, as long as they pay the appropriate copyright fees. What they can't do is slap those live performances on a DVD or release a live album without clearance. That's where legal trouble would kick in. Bottom line, Everglow is clinging to the scraps of their career right now, doing everything they can to stay afloat, and it's painfully obvious they're stuck in a limbo of legal, financial, and contractual mess. But I respect that they're hustling. Whether this ends in a full revival or a slow fade out, it's all riding on the next few months.
Oh, you
Yeah.
go, girls.
Yeah, I think it's admirable what they're doing. There's nothing wrong with that.
Because there's other groups like the one that we react to, the solo guy who's the influencer.
Solo, the one with muscles, the Backstreet Boys.
No, the one who's the influencer. He ate in his car. He did a mukbang.
Oh, Ghost 9.
Ghost Nine.
Yeah.
Ghost Nine. They don't do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But at least with Everglow, they're trying. They're trying their hardest
Mm-hmm.
to really break through. So guys, of course, let us know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord. And always, share as much kindness as possible.